Hello and welcome back to AutoCAD in 20 hours using the ribbon. This video covers section 1.23. This is where we left off last time, and the drawing is pretty well done. Now we're just going to add dimensions. The first thing that we want to do is we want to create a new layer for dimensions. Click on Layer Properties and then the New, and just type the name. We'll call this Dimensions. We're going to leave it white for now. Actually, this came out at 255. Let's click on it. Okay, so it goes back to white. We're going to set it current and close it. And just as a brief review, don't forget that this is the layer control. You can set any of these current up here. I'm going to get rid of this. Okay, the next thing we want to do is we want to go to the text style and find that here, or type style, enter to bring up the text style dialog box. And we are going to click on the standard because we want to change the standard. It's the one that goes along automatically with the dimensions, and so we want that to be consistent with what we're using, which is City Blueprint. Let's come up here and find that. Click on that. It's the same. So we'll just apply, and then we'll set that current, and then we'll close it. Now we are going to create a new dimension style. So let's come up and click on this annotation button again. That is on the home ribbon in the annotation palette, and click on the dimension style manager. You can also type dim style, D-I-M style. That'll bring up the same box. Click on the standard, and then we are going to click on the new, and we're going to name it. We're going to name this one quarter, and then continue. That brings up this new dimension style dialog box, and it has a whole series of tabs across the top for different settings for your dim style. Let's click on the fit first of all. And this is probably the most important part of the whole thing when you're using the non-annotative dim styles. And let's click to the right of this one here, 1000, and then scroll across it to highlight it, and let's overtype it with 48. This is the ratio of the scale of 1/4 inch equals 1 foot. There are 48 quarters of an inch in 12 inches. And that is the scale at which we are setting this floor plan up to be printed in. This is all discussed in detail in chapter 13 in the book. Now let's come under primary units, and let's make sure the format is set, because even though we've told AutoCAD we want architectural, you can see that it's not setting it. So click here under unit format, pick architectural, make sure the scale factor is 1. Scale factors are discussed in detail throughout the following chapters. Now click on the text, and let us make sure the settings here are standard. We're going to change the text height to 1/8 of an inch. We want to make sure we're centered for vertical and horizontal placement, left to right, and then we want to have this one checked in the middle. This is a radio button, aligned with dimension line. Now let's click OK. And back in the Dimension Style Manager, click on the quarter. You'll see it now down here in the description, and it gives you a graphic of what that looks like. Now we're going to set it current, and we are going to close it. Now come up here and let's click on the linear button here. It's co-located with aligned, angular, and a number of other buttons. So you could see one of those in there. You could see any of them in there actually. Click on them, you'll see that they take over that space. So, but that's where it's located. Click on the linear. Make sure your O snaps are turned on. And then click on the outside corner and the other outside corner at the top, then pull it up and click it into place. And you can right click the mouse if you have it set up that way just to continue, or click on the button again. Now here's something important. When you go to click on these, sometimes it snaps to a different spot, so make sure that it's snapping where you want it. And then once again, pull it out to the side, click it, and we're going to repeat that here now in the front. Click on this point and this point and pull it down. Now we're going to use a different command. Let's come up and click on the Annotate tab to open up the Annotate ribbon. And here, under the Dimensions palette, click on Continue. Now come down into the drawing and click on this point here, and on the lower right corner, and then enter. And you can see what the continuous does. It gives you the, I'm going to escape again. It gives you the dimensions that you click out in a straight line, so you don't have to line them up manually. Let's try that again. Now everything can be done here from the Annotation ribbon. That can be done from the Home ribbon. Right here we have the linear and all of these under this button, so click on that. Click on the lower left corner and on the corner of the chimney, pull it out. Now click on the Continue. Click on the other side of the chimney, and then on the upper left corner, and enter. And there you see once again it lined up those measurements. Now we've just got one more dimension we're going to add to our drawing. We're going to pull that out to the side and enter. And there we go, there's our dimensions. So there we now have a more or less completed floor plan. Different jurisdictions will ask for different notes, and there are actually things we add to this drawing when we finish the plans off at the end of the book. But this shows you all of the different components. What exactly you put on your plans, that's going to vary from one jurisdiction to the next, or the details that you want to add for your builder. Visit AutoCAD in 20 hours for more information, and the next chapter in the book covers elevations.